Before every meal becomes energy, it must travel through the digestive system, a remarkable network of organs specialized for nutrient extraction and absorption. From the mouth to the anus, each digestive organ performs a unique function in converting food into usable biological fuel. Our journey begins the moment a young man takes a bite, activating a complex chain of mechanical and chemical digestive processes. Mechanical digestion begins as powerful teeth crush, tear, and grind food into smaller fragments, increasing its surface area. At the same time, chemical digestion starts when saliva and the enzyme salivary amylase begin breaking starch into simpler carbohydrates. As chewing continues, the tongue mixes food with saliva, forming a soft, moist mass known as a bolus. A carefully coordinated swallowing reflex guides the bolus through the pharynx while the epiglottis protects the airway. Rhythmic waves of muscular contraction, known as peristalsis, ripple along the esophagus, steadily pushing the bolus toward the stomach. The lower esophageal sphincter opens briefly, allowing the bolus to enter the stomach, where mechanical and chemical digestion intensify. Powerful stomach muscles churn the meal, while gastric acid and digestive fluids create an increasingly hostile environment for food particles. The enzyme pepsin begins protein digestion by cutting large protein molecules into smaller peptide fragments. Continuous mixing with gastric acid and enzymes transforms the meal into a semi-liquid substance called chyme. Small portions of chyme pass through the pyloric sphincter and enter the duodenum, the first segment of the small intestine. The duodenum now receives support from three major accessory organs: the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. The liver produces bile, while the gallbladder stores and releases this digestive fluid into the duodenum when fats are present. Bile salts emulsify large fat globules, breaking them into countless microscopic droplets that enzymes can access more easily. Pancreatic enzymes continue chemical digestion by breaking carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into much smaller molecules. Complex food molecules are finally reduced into absorbable nutrients, including glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and monoglycerides. The inner surface of the small intestine contains millions of finger-like projections called villi that dramatically increase absorptive surface area. Within each villus, specialized epithelial cells absorb nutrients and transfer them into nearby transport vessels. Unlike sugars and amino acids, dietary fats enter lymphatic capillaries called lacteals located within the core of each villus. Absorbed nutrients begin traveling through the circulatory and lymphatic systems towards cells throughout the body. Inside muscle cells, mitochondria use glucose and oxygen to generate ADP through the process of cellular respiration. The energy stored within ADP now powers every step, heartbeat, movement, and thought throughout daily life. Food residue enters the large intestine where water absorption begins and microbial activity becomes increasingly dominant. The large intestine shows a smooth mucosal structure with mucus-secreting cells and deep glands that support water recovery and maintain microbial balance. Water and electrolytes are absorbed through the colon wall, gradually reducing the fluid content in the intestinal residue. As water decreases, the intestinal material becomes thicker, more compact, and progressively less fluid throughout the colon. Beneficial gut bacteria colonize dietary fiber inside the large intestine and begin breaking down indigestible plant material. Microbial fermentation produces vitamins, short-chain fatty acids, and gases that support digestive and metabolic health. The intestinal residue consolidates into a more defined fecal mass containing bacteria, fiber, and remaining waste materials. Peristaltic contractions of the large intestine slowly transport the formed fecal mass toward the rectum in a continuous motion. The rectum stores feces briefly before coordinated relaxation of the anal sphincter allows elimination from the body. And the digestive system completes its journey, transforming food into energy and waste while sustaining life through continuous biological processes.